I grew up in an agricultural background in Idaho. That's one of the things that attracted me to North Dakota, was it very similar to the area I grew up in, where neighbors knew neighbors and helped each other, and that's what, you know, this farm rescue, what kind of inspired me. A great organization that's there to help people out, and it's about, I don't know, I think living in these small communities, whether it's farm rescue or other organizations, it is people helping each other out. That's what makes it so nice to live in these communities.
I think that's kind of why Dickey Rural became involved with farm rescue. It comes down to the principle of people helping each other. That's what the cooperatives do. When there isn't a service provided, they form together to provide that service or product.
At one point, none of the big companies would serve rural America, and these farmers got together, got some low-interest loans from USDA, and you know, we were able to build out lines and get them phone service.
And that's what Farm Rescue has done too. You know, when there's a need and nobody else is there to help because of, you know, different circumstances, Farm Rescue comes and just digs in and puts their heels in the dirt, and away they go.
We have 55 employees that work year-round, and in the summer we'll add additional employees. Janelle has provides opportunities for college students as interns on the marketing side. Our employees are so involved in the community. It's amazing, and the things that we do that other people don't. It's like Janelle's folks have held 130, 140 internet classes, and we have people that are 80, 90 years old attending those, and we get computers, affordable computers out to people. Anyway, it's that spirit of giving, with our employees involved in everything. It makes me proud to work here, and it makes me proud that our board supports these endeavors of making our community better. And that's, you know, that's why our involvement in Farm Rescue and our sponsorship there is giving back, the spirit of working together as a group. I'm very proud of it. I can get passionate and emotional when I talk about that. So, me personally, I got involved or became aware of Farm Rescue probably 2 or 3 years ago when our senior employee, Peggy Olson, she'd been with our company since the 1960s. Her husband, Dick Olson, was injured in a farming accident. He got caught in a PTO, got tore up pretty badly.
I lifted up my leg and looked, and there were bones sticking out the side, and there was no foot. It was hanging straight down on the ground, just hanging on by the tendons and the skin. Well, then I knew I was in trouble. I mean, it's close to 20 below. I'm laying on the ground. I'm the only one home. My cell phone was clipped to my Carhartts here. No idea where that went. I crawled to my shop over the snow. There were some snowbanks there, and you know, you don't even notice that stuff. Your adrenaline, you're flowing. I got to the door, and I have no idea how I opened the door because this arm was broken completely off. This shoulder was torn down into here. But I reached up and opened the door, crawled in, and got the phone down, and was able to dial the number because I didn't have to push the buttons on the phone. They were up on the wall. I reached up and dialed my wife. She was at work. And all I said to her was, don't say anything, call 911, and come and help me. I'm kind of in trouble here.
It was in the winter, and they had their calving to do. They had spring crops to get in, and Farm Rescue came to their rescue. And I mean, it was, you know, I've talked with Peggy about this, and you know, she just said we don't know how we could have got by without it. And she said that, you know, when we retire, she said Dick and I would just absolutely love to help out with Farm Rescue. You know, without the volunteers, this program would not even be in existence. And you know, I thought, what a meaningful way to, you know, when you're retired, to do something good for somebody and give back.
We are very much from a farming community here. Approximately 8,000 customers that we service, and a majority of them, their occupations are farmers and ranchers. I grew up on a ranch in northwestern North Dakota. Was down this way, working for the North Dakota Stockmen's Association at the time. Met my husband, and while I moved down here to Ellendale, Forbes area, I joined the company with Dickey Rural Networks 10 years ago, or 11 years ago I guess now, and have been their marketing manager since then.
And your husband is
Yes.
actively, and children, or?
Right. Yep, we all are, actually I live on a third generation farm, and where we raise row crops, and we have a cow-calf operation as well. And being lifelong farmer rancher myself, the importance of farm rescue and the services it does for those farmers and ranchers is just immeasurable. You know, when you're in a time of need, you just can't imagine how good it feels when you see neighbors. The people in this area just really value, and they can't put enough words on it to show what a good thing it is.
Dickey Rural serves in about 7 counties, based out of Ellendale, North Dakota, and we have approximately 10,000 dial tone customers, another 5,800 internet customers, and about 4,600 video customers. And we offer a lot of other products and services, computer repair, security systems, which Janelle, her job is to market these services. So,
Dickey Rural Networks basically is the marketing name for 4 companies that we have. The first one is Dickey Rural Telephone Cooperative, which is the parent company, and that was established in 1950 when several of our subscribers got together, farmers, business people, because they weren't getting service by other phone companies that were in the actual cities at that time. So it started out with 1 exchange and grew to 17 over the years. And then in 1996, they purchased some U.S. West properties, and that became Dickey Rural Communications. And that picked up 11 exchanges at that time. And then 2002, we expanded even further and picked up some properties from Citizens Communications. And we also have another company which is called Dickey Rural Services, and that's basically our internet, television, and wireless company. So we have the 4 companies that are all marketed under Dickey Rural Networks. And being a cooperative that is part of a national organization, Jeff and I come in contact with a lot of our other, sister cooperatives across the nation. And I would most definitely encourage all of them to get involved, because all of them are from rural America as well. So they have farmers as their subscribers, and I know that there's a need for it. A lot of times the neighbors are busy doing their own combining or seeding, and so they're not as able to come on that tight notice. Or oftentimes, they're, like I said, they're busy, and there's just need for an organization like Farm Rescue to come and help, because they are volunteers who have taken time off of their other work schedules or are retired, from what I understand, and so they're probably a little more flexible and able to come at a moment's notice. The stuff that Farm Rescue is doing as far as planting and harvesting is just awesome. And I'm so proud to be part of an organization that's supporting that.